Watch the CyberCab line running at Gigafactory, Texas, and it barely looks like a car factory. Elon Musk has described it as production technology far in advance of any automotive plant on Earth. That's a striking claim for what is, on paper, Tesla's simplest vehicle, more than 50% fewer parts than a Model 3, 2 seats, no steering wheel, no pedals, and a wide-open interior. The contradiction is real, though. Building the simplest Tesla ever actually required the most complex production line the company has ever attempted. And once you see why, it makes sense. Tesla has never been especially good at building genuinely cheap cars, yet why? It's barely made anything under $35,000. If Tesla had just taken the Model 3 line, swapped a few machines, and started building CyberCabs on it, costs wouldn't have dropped much even with far fewer parts. Musk has said Tesla didn't want CyberCab crawling through hundreds of sequential stations the way cars have been built for over a century, because that process has a structural weakness. Every vehicle moves through stations in a fixed order, so one stalled robot, one late part, or one bad connection creates a bottleneck that ripples through the entire line. At the scale of hundreds of thousands of vehicles a year, a few lost seconds per station adds up to thousands of wasted hours. Tesla learned this the hard way during Model 3's so-called production hell, when heavy automation caused more problems than it solved and workers had to be brought back onto the line under enormous pressure. CyberCab is Tesla's chance to rebuild the approach from scratch. That rebuild centers on what Tesla calls the unboxed process, breaking the vehicle into large modules built in parallel rather than assembled in one long sequence. The front section, rear section, doors, battery pack, seats, and interior can all be completed on separate branches at the same time, then brought together and joined at a central point. Because sections stay open and accessible for longer, robots and workers can reach components from multiple directions. Seats can go onto the floor before the upper body closes. Wiring can be run while a module is still easy to access, and exterior panels don't have to go on early where they'd risk getting scratched during dozens of later steps. It's the difference between building a house wall by wall in sequence versus finishing separate rooms independently and joining them at the end. Done well, it can shrink the factory footprint, shorten the distance parts travel, and let one branch keep running even if another hits a snag. The catch is that building each module isn't the hard part. Getting every module to the integration point at exactly the right time, in exactly the right position, with tolerances that are close to non-existent, is. Tesla introduced the unboxed concept back in 2023, and it still only reached roughly 70% completion on the CyberCab line by 2026, after more than 3 years spent calculating the precise speeds, ratios, and millimeter-level tolerances the system needs to run. It's not really a car manufacturing problem anymore. It's a synchronization problem involving thousands of robots, sensors, controllers, and transport systems all operating with the precision of a single enormous clock. And it's part of why CyberCab production hasn't ramped as fast as originally expected. CyberCab's design leans directly into that manufacturing approach. 2 seats simplify the cabin. No steering wheel or pedals eliminates a large chunk of mechanical structure around where a driver would normally sit. No traditional instrument cluster means a simpler dashboard with fewer buttons, fewer wires, and fewer assembly operations overall. But cutting part count is only step one. Tesla also had to rethink how the exterior body itself gets made. That brings us to the paint. CyberCab's glossy yellow finish isn't applied the way a Model Y or Model 3 gets painted. It's formed directly during the molding of the exterior panels using a process called reaction injection molding, or RIM. In a traditional factory, the paint shop is one of the most expensive and time-consuming areas of the whole operation. Cleaning, surface treatment, corrosion protection, primer, base coat, clear coat, and curing ovens, all requiring tightly controlled air filtration and dust management, where a single speck of dust can force an entire panel to be reworked. RIM skips most of that. 2 liquid components get injected into a mold, react with each other, and harden into a polymer panel with its shape, surface finish, and color essentially already finished, cutting a process that normally takes hours down to a few minutes. Paired with the unboxed process, panels don't need to go on the vehicle early since they can be molded, inspected, and finished separately before being added near the end of the line, reducing scratch risk during the rest of assembly. Rim isn't risk-free, though. The polymer still has to survive sunlight, heat, freezing temperatures, road debris, and repeated wash cycles over the vehicle's life, and keeping color-consistent panel-to-panel matters since even a slightly mismatched door would stand out under the right lighting. With around 500 CyberCabs already in testing across multiple states, some operating without a safety driver, Tesla also had to solve a problem no car has needed to solve before: keeping a driverless taxi clean between strangers. That's led to a 2-layer cleaning system. On the road, small nozzles near the cameras can spray washer fluid or compressed air the moment sensors detect dirt, so the vehicle doesn't need to head back to a hub over a slightly dirty lens. The bigger piece lives at dedicated service hubs, where a car finishing a trip can drive itself in and meet a robotic arm similar to what you'd see on a factory floor, one that swaps between attachments automatically. A vacuum head for trash and crumbs, a gripper for bottles or bags left behind, and a soft pad for wiping down seats, door handles, and the touchscreen without scratching anything. Beyond that sit dedicated washing stations built specifically for the CyberCab fleet. Not a typical car wash, but an indoor lane where automated systems handle the full exterior, wheels included, before the vehicle recharges, gets a quick inspection, and heads back into service. The logic is straightforward. A robotaxi only makes money while it's on the road, so waiting on a human cleaner burns both time and labor cost. Tesla has even floated charging riders an extra fee for excessive messes as an incentive to treat the vehicle better. Put together, it's effectively a standing team of robotic staff whose entire job is making sure the fleet is always ready for the next passenger. Between the unboxed process, rim panels, and an automated cleaning system built from scratch, CyberCab's production line isn't really a smaller version of what Tesla already knew how to build. It's a different manufacturing philosophy entirely, and whether it can hit real volume depends on Tesla finishing what's still an unfinished, 3 years in the making synchronization problem. We'll keep tracking the ramp as new numbers come in. Subscribe to the Tesla Breakdown if you want that update first.